Hey guys, Doug back again with another little tutorial on the 1x1 series. But if you have been around for a while, you remember back, I'm thinking 4, maybe even 5 years ago, we did the little bear and the little moose, little buddies, and I think 1.5 inch by 3 inch or whatever. And then last year, we went ahead and we did do the little bears. We did them like this. And we also did them coming out of a log, but we did the little tiny bears. So it's only right that we go ahead and make some little teeny tiny moose. Oh, they're pretty cute. They're pretty cute. All right. So that's what we're gonna do today, so that we can have our little woodland friends in tiny size. 1x1 basswood. It's gonna be 2 inches tall, but you'll see I've got that marked. I'm gonna hang on to the little 2 inch guys are hard to hang on to, so I'm leaving a double piece. We're gonna carve the top and then cut it off after. All right. So 1x1, 2 inches tall. Let's carve a little moose. Okay, got my piece of wood here, and like I said before, we got just gonna use the top 2 inches. All right. So 1x1 by 2 inches tall. So I'm going to, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark centers all the way around. All right. Because that's what we do. All right. And then I'm going to make a mark at halfway, so 1 inch. Better double check that. I should have changed my ruler. Leave alley before you ask. I get so many people want that ruler. All right, halfway, and that's our moose. All right. Now, I'm gonna bring the back of the neck up just a whisker. So I'm just gonna pull up a little bit, put a mark on the back, and just join those lines. So not much of an angle at all. All right, and then I'm going to come up for the little hoofs, but also I'm going to do the same on the sides. All right, and that's going to be the bottom of the hands, top of the hoof. All right. All right. I think we can just start roughing it in. So just gonna do some V cuts all around. And again, before I even start, I should tell you, especially with these little guys, safety glove is a great idea. All right. Just gonna go around, block in all my features. So this here is a V cuts. All right. So I'm going to break periodically. I had envisioned doing this video outside today, but it's pouring rain and our whole town is flooding, which means my sump pump is going off like crazy. So I have to, I unplugged it, and every once in a while I think I'm just going to go over and check on it, rather than listen to it come up when it wants to come up. But there's our head just blocked in. Remember, we're only doing from here up, right? So we can do the same thing on the bottom here. I'm just going to come right across. This is kind of fun that we don't have to worry about the sides of the arms yet, but we're getting the bottoms in place. Come up. I guess I did take a hair off the bottom. All right. Okay, I'll do the front. Even my bush was flooded too. So tis the spring spring flooding. All right. So that's why we're back here, but I'd like to get outside. So. All right, well, that's what we got right now. See that? Take the front corners off the head. Oh boy, dogs are barking. So remember our top here. Basically, what we're going to do, put a mark on there. That is ½ inch. ½ inch, and then I'm going to basically join the center to the ½ inch. But you'll see, I'm going to put my knife in the top, and we're only going to cut the center. Okay, so a little bit tricky of a cut. But is that a word? Tricky of a cut. A little bit of a difficult way to cut, but I'm just sliding across. We're cutting down on that center line. All right, just like so. Same thing on this side. Put a little stop cut in here. All right. I'm just going to slide my knife across. Just like so. And you're not going to make a beautiful cut on here, so we always just kind of, we got room to clean it up a little bit, but there you go. See that? I'm going to come down, just flatten that out. For now, we'll just do a healthy 1/8 of an inch on the top for a flat top. So, just like so. You could be carving a bear. It's the same looking thing. Now, same thing on the sides. We're going to come in. See what we did there? Then we're going to cut down. Spin that over. Just show you what I'm doing. Let's take a guy here. We just cut the bottom of the antler ear area. All right. We'll do it again over here. Right to the front. All right. I'm gonna come down a little bit. I'll look at it. Clean the face off of there. Something like that. Like I said, we keep that cut clean, but we don't really need to. Just for your own peace of mind. Because we're going to cut an ear right in the middle of it. But anyway, that's where we're at. Start narrowing that snout. That. All right. Same with the front. We can take some of that off. Right up underneath. In the front. Get that. Right undercut that. It's got a real long jaw sticking out. We're not going to get it. Folks, this is character carving. So we don't have to worry about the actual jaw length. And it should be no surprise that moose don't walk around with clothes on and stand up straight. So if someone says that's not really moosey, well, use your brain. All right, backside. We got our little, see our little butt. It's just a little bit higher than the bottom of the hands. So if that's the bottom of the hands, let's go up just a whisker. we'll cut a little butt area. All right, come up to it, angling from the bottom. All right. Put my line back on. I'll just leave that alone for now, other than we can angle that back. All right, put some shape there. All right, the arms. Let's go like so. See that? I always say you can make them smaller, but you can't make them bigger. So, I mean, overall, again, I'm sure it's a ½ inch. It's exactly a ½ inch. That's what I got on this guy. So, let's go put my knife in there, cutting a little bit out. Don't try and cut in. A little bit out. Then we have some meat to use. What am I saying? Not to use, to. We can always have some room to clean it up, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So, we'll fine tune it all later, but that's the idea. So I'm just going to cut a little bit away. Cut a little bit away. Look at our shape here. Get that across there. Got a little bit of a heavier arm there, so I can take a little bit more off of this. I always try for symmetry, even though I think it takes courage to not be symmetrical. I like symmetry, but the real world is never perfectly symmetrical. I think it just looks like a mistake if it's not, though. All right. That's where we're at. Okay. So, when we look at our little moose guy here, you can see if this is the ear, let's just roughly draw on these ears. All right. When I say roughly, that's exactly what I meant. All right, so you can see that's the ear from there back. So that's the front of that ledge. So you can see we got another little drop here on top of the snout. So we're just going to come ahead probably a quarter of an inch, like so. And we're going to drop that down. My knife straight down. And again, we'll just go side to side. Look at that, slip right over. Just do one side, then the other side. I'm cutting down, make sure you don't slip. Wear your carving glove. Your knife can slip so easily. But I'm just gonna come down, just trying to get a little bit of room for some eyeballs. Right? We'll just kind of go down one way, go down the other way. Okay, look at them both. So that one's just a little bit flatter. Clean up that cut. I can live with that. All right, then I'm just going to clean up that edge. Basically that eye area. If we can get a nice clean cut here, we'll never touch it again. Where's my brush? Where's my brush, Peggy? Where's your brush? There we go. Just kind of rounding it a little bit. And then rounding the whole snout. All right. There we go. Now, these ears, all we're going to do is cut these little tiny ears in front of the antler. You know, in the real world, the antler actually sits on top. And another version, I should talk about this, another version you can do of these, and I've never done one yet. I talked about it before, and I had a guy show me how he did his, and I liked it, but you can forget all that and just drill a hole in the side here, and then have your antler, big antler sticking out. But I didn't want to add anything to these projects for pieces, at least not yet. So we're going to keep it within the 1x1, but you can just whittle a little antler and stick it in a hole. But that's not what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go maybe 1/8 of an inch down, and we're just going to carefully, in fact, I'm just going to do one side, so pay attention. I'll do the other side on my own. All right, so just like that. A little nip out of there. It's going to be, the whole thing is going to be like that, right? So, whatever we do, just kind of work our way around. And down, just run my knife down. That chip on there. That is a very rough ear. So, screw it. You're in it for the long run. Let's do them together. Don't push too hard here either, because that's a splitting cut again. And you always got to know that your wood could split. So. Alright, cut down. And cut across it, back and forth. Carefully to get that wood out of there. Up. And again, that center, the centerpiece here, that's got to come out too. All right. We want our ears to be tiny. We just want to know that there are ears there, right? So I'm going to run my knife across the top here. Try and get a nice clean edge. And now you can see I'm kind of cutting down on that ear, leaving a space. I'm confused. I don't know if that just shut off on me or not, but I feel like the camera just stopped, so hopefully that's roughly where we were. That was a surprise. All right. Well, we're still working on the ears anyway. Just going to take the pencil marks off of there. And I think I was showing you that I want to get a nice, clean, flat edge on there before we cut the antler to size, so we keep the backbone that we're pushing against, right? Something like that. Just take your time. See, all that's going to be cut out. I'm sitting here cleaning it up for no reason. And I'm still doing it. So. All right, see that? We got our ears. All right. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my knife. It's going to push a little V cut on each side. Pop it out. Just little slits. That'll do it. It's hard to see, but we got 2 ears. So we got our center mark on the top here. Let's just split it down. Like so. All right. Now we're going to give yourself a healthy 1/8. In fact, only take off a whisker of the back here. All right. And the same thing, we're just gonna work that back. Right. That whole distance has to come off of there. All right. Like so. It wants to split, so watch your hands. All right, good. I'm just gonna round it all up. Some of these have I did make a space on some of these, but most of them, I'll show you. Little flat spot there. This one's almost touching, so it's probably easier to have them almost touching. Makes it easier to have a nice little clean edge there. All right, and again, going back, I don't want any knife marks showing on the front of that antler. So take your time. Take your time. I'm trying to rush, so you take your time. All right, around the ear just a little bit. Take the sharp edges off, but okay. Take the saw marks off the top and try to, here's a good lesson. Don't cut off the end. Cut in. All right, the side. You'll find every once in a while you're going to cut off the end, you're going to break half the antler off. So, just saying. Get rid of all my saw marks. Split that antler down right to the head. And round it all out. All right. Now I'm going to get this antler cut, and I'm going to check my sump well. But that's where we are right now. So we're making good progress. I'm just going to put 2 lines with one pencil. Why does that want to do that? Anyway, 2 marks. And all I'm going to do is just do a little V-cut. That line is the center of each one. And don't try to carry it away. It's going to want to break. All right. Just 2 little V-cuts. There we go. Hard to see without the contrast of the colors, but that is our antler. There you go. All right. Oh, I said I was going to check that sump pump. All right. I will be back before you know it. And he's back. That was not too soon at all. That was needed to be done. All right. Thin these shoulders down here on this guy. Get a little. What I did on these other ones here is I gave him a little tail. Silly little tail. Yeah. So we can do that just by making a little V cut there. Right. They don't have much of a tail, but and while we're here, let's split the back legs. We bring that up just a little V cut up there. Just a little notch there. Now we'll just put our knife just above the butt. We're just going to give it a little, I don't even know why, but we do. Swoop that butt out just a little whisker. Just give him a little, give him a little hiney. There you go. That's cute. All right. All right. Let's look at these arms while we're here. I'm going to take that pencil mark off of there. Pencil mark off of there. And we're just going to come up about 1/4 inch. All right, on both sides. Cut down, cut up the edge, just to make a little reveal on the sides. Then we're just going to go in the center. Just put a little V cut. Not too big, not too small. Just a little V cut like that, like that. That is your hoof. Alright, just like that. Getting it over here real quick. Go down, come up under, to the side, bring it in, cut, down, center, V, pop it out. Okay, there we go. So now our little moose has got hoofs on the side. Let's split the legs here in the front. Again with a little V cut. Right. And basically this is going to be just like almost like you do our how we do our pants. Flatten out that belly. Okay. So how we would do our pants is we just put our knife in very carefully. We just cut up to a little line there. Just a little stop line. Again, very carefully. Just a very light little line. Just in front of the body itself, right? Bring the knife around. All right, same thing. Just somewhere around center. Just gonna put a little. Oh, I didn't finish that. Just a little V cut there. I'm gonna finish that up here. All right. When I cut that out, you'll see, but that's see, just like so. Round that belly a little bit. Did I split the legs? I think I tried to split the legs a little bit. See that? So, just between the legs here, stick my knife. Just do a little cut that way, down, down. That's all it is. Now, if you wanted to put a shirt on, you just draw a little t-shirt on. I don't think I'm going to bother with this guy. But, all right. So all we got to do is the snout. Now the snout, if you look down on it, so that's pretty flat. I'm not opposed to just kind of going on the side here. See that? Making it a little bit bigger on the front. And if you don't, nobody will ever know the difference either. But I think it kind of looks kind of neat. And I'm going to round. All my pencil marks. All the sharp edges. Okay, so you can see all these guys have these little nostrils, right? So we keep them fairly high. This is all just guesswork, right? So let's say I had one here and one here. All I'm going to do is these V-cuts. I'll show you. See? Just going to jab my knife in here, this way. Jab it in this way. Jab it in this way. Jab it in this way. Right. Cut down on the angle. Cut across on the angle. Okay. Down. Right. Now those are pointy. take the point off. Take the pencil mark off. Bob's your uncle. Yeah. Take the point off. Take the pencil marks off. There you go. 2 nostrils. Okay. And one big happy smile now. Let's go. Let's make this the happiest moose there is. Alright, so first pass, I'm going to go very lightly. Alright, do it again just to be safe. Alright. Then I'm going to put some little stop cuts on the edge of the mouth. It's going to come down, stick my knife in there, stick my knife in there. I'm going to cut up to the mouth. See that? That was not very deep. Go a little bit deeper. There. See the little come down. Like so. That's better. I'm going to undercut that top cut. Okay, he's already happy. He's already happy. There you go. Now I'm going to give him a little bit of a bottom lip just by putting my knife against there and just going to give it a little twist. A little twist. And then you got, see that little corner I got up here? I'm going to leave a bottom lip. Same thing, just a little twist. And here again, this you can see better. See what I got? This little twist. Twist. Look at that. All right. So what are we missing? Eyes, you say? Well, you know what? We're not going to carve eyes at all. Actually, let's look at this here. See that? Let's just give a little corner out of there. A little extra little shadow. See that? To that side? Nothing there? Let's do that. Just to give a little something. A little something something. Yeah, I like that better. There. All right. We're not going to carve any eyes on this guy. We're just going to, let me find a black. I got a black marker. Hello. Yeah, I just, like I said, I just painted little black dots on there, and a little white reflective dot. It's a lot easier than carving these tiny little eyes, and no one's really going to thank you. So let me, that's wetter up here. Put the water on there. That's a good looking little moose guy. So I'll just go cut him off with the saw, and then we'll wrap it up. When I look at that too, see the corners are all sharp. We can round all the corners off. We don't need them to be angled like that. We can smooth everything out. but you got the idea. Paint. All I did was take a very light brown paint wash again, and just painted the whole thing. Took a cream and painted the antlers cream to get that contrast. But you can see, look, this is a great example. I went black on the hooves, and I think I recommend it now because look at it. I didn't on these old guys. This guy, I didn't, and this guy I did. Look how it pops. The black just makes it pop. Right or wrong, I like the black, so there you go. And then I did do a little bit of an antiquing, but don't concern yourself with that unless you seal it and want to use some brown paint and just. But let me go cut it off, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, all cut off, and there's our little moose. I guess I put a little bit of cream on the belly too, but real fun, simple little project, and pairs very well with the little bear that we did last year. All right, so there you go. You got lots of options if you want to do the big ones. Tutorials are there, but I'm kind of keen on these little 1x1 guys. So anyway, there you go. I will see you on the next one, whatever that might be. Take it easy, guys.